All right, so example 1, graph parentheses, negative infinity, comma 3, bracket, write the integral in set builder notation. So let's start by writing in set builder notation. Negative infinity is the farthest left you can go on a number line. And then this says to start at negative infinity, go all the way up to 3. And infinity is always going to be a parentheses, because infinity or negative infinity is not a specific place. There's like infinity could be, one infinity could be bigger than another infinity. It's just, it represents go as far as you can go. That's what it means when it says that. So basically we're looking at all the numbers that are less than 3 and also equal to 3 because of the bracket. So that's what interval notation is all about. Brackets mean include the number, parentheses means don't include the number. So if I'm going to write set builder notation, I begin by writing the inequality that represents that interval. And leave yourself a little bit of space to the left because we've got to put some extra stuff in there. So this inequality describes the same thing that an interval denotes. This is all the numbers from negative infinity up to 3, including 3. This is every number starting at 3 and going left as far as you can go. They mean the same thing. As far as set builder notation is concerned, you define the variable you're working with and put a vertical line. And we put a set brace on the left and the right hand side. I'm fine with brackets also if you're not comfortable drawing those brace symbols. So if you want to use brackets to do that. But don't just give me the inequality, but give me the letter that it's going to be your independent variable. You're describing what the independent variable looks like, and then you're encasing it in some sort of set brackets. As far as graphing this, we're simply graphing all the way from negative infinity to 3. I personally like, for graphing purposes, the interval notation. I think it's nicer. So here's negative infinity living all the way down here. Positive infinity lives all the way up here. We're starting at negative infinity, working our way all the way up to 3 with a bracket. Bracket means to include, so we're going to put a closed circle to represent 3's position. And again, it's 3 all the way down to negative infinity, so then we would shade off to the left. And we always make the assumption we're dealing with a set of real numbers unless told otherwise. Let me show you what it would look like if it wasn't real numbers in set builder notation. Pretend that one looks pretty. Anyway, x is an element of the set of integers, in which case we would graph only integers 3, 2, 1, 0, and so on, and put the line in. If it doesn't have anything written, it's assumed real numbers. For the most part, we're going to be graphing on real numbers for graphing number lines in this class. If we do deal with specific sets of numbers at some point in time, we'll revisit that then. But for the most part, that's what the problems are going to look like for this section. I think, if I remember right, I picked 2 problems of this type in your homework.